Alright everybody, I got my new my tanning area set up a little different now because I got more room. I took this wall out and moved it up there for the pallet wall for the end of the bar where I got the sliding doors, so I got more room down here. Just wanted to show you how I got set up. Right now I'm tanning an otter and two beavers. They got to go in hoops. Those are for two other people. That's the second otter I caught this year. I'm tanning that myself. That's a big otter. I'll show it to you in a minute. The first one is at the taxidermist, so caught two otters this year. I was very lucky. Those first two otters I've ever caught, and I'm really proud of them. That one's a huge otter. Like I said, I'll show you that. I just wanted to show you how I got my setup here. I got the two drum station here with the hoses that go right to the sump pit, and then they got valves on them. I can dump them. This one here, I'm going to have my pickle bath in. I'll explain that in a little bit. I got this wire coated rack here that I can put the hides on. I flushed them last night and put them in salt for the first time. I got to do that 2 days in a row before I put them in the pickle bath. But I put them over this other barrel, and that way all the juices and fat and everything from the salt drips into here, and then I can rinse that out right to the drain. Got my flushing beam here. I got another one there. I'll spin you around. I'll show you a little bit better. This is the flushing beam that I built, and I love it. It works so good. Got my table there that I do my beaver hoops on and everything. This is full of salt right now for when I flush the hides. It makes it so much easier. I just put the salt in here, put the hides in here with the skin, and get them all covered in salt. And then I don't lose as much salt. I do it on this table with the plastic. Got plastic on the floor, so anything falls off, I can just roll up the plastic, throw it in the garbage, and it's cleaned up. Got my fan here. I just bought this fiberglass flushing beam, and I absolutely hate it. I wish I had never bought it. I put the knife on it. It's concave in the middle, so the outside edges are a little higher. The first time I went down it with the knife, it wants to tear holes, and I don't know why I should have never bought it. I don't know if any of you have a fiberglass flushing beam like that. Let me know in the comments what you think of it, because I'm not happy with it at all. This is my first flushing beam. It works better than that. That's the tool that I built for breaking the hides. It's out of an old disc blade. I seen that on the show Mountain Men. I seen Tom Orr using something like that, so I built one. Like I said, this is the flushing beam that I built, and it's far superior to that, I'll tell you. I mean, I don't even know why I bought another one. I thought I was gonna find something better, but I sure did not. Like I said, here's the barrels. Here's the otter, two beavers. Got a place for when I'm tanning coyotes. Got the stretchers hung up there to where I can hang them. Got my chemicals here, my salt, citric acid, baking soda. Citric acid is for the pickle bath, and the salt. Got my garbage, got my cart with tools, my flushing knives here, my outdoor edge, my scalpel. Got a nice cabinet over here with all my other stuff stored right where I can get to it. I'm using this new stuff here. I'll get to that in a little bit, but this Trubon 1000B, I got it from Mataska Archery, or Mataska Taxidermy, I'm sorry. They're out of Iowa. I get a lot of my chemicals for tanning and everything from them. They got great stuff. I just wanted to show you around here. I'll get that otter out and show it to you real quick here. Like I said, this is the big otter, and first time I ever flushed an otter was last night, and I was a nervous wreck, and I actually did a really good job. I mean, it turned out great, but this thing is huge. It was 26 pounds. It's a big otter. And I'm gonna get him turned back out. Like I said, they're all in salt right now. You gotta do that 2 days in a row. I'm gonna get him turned back inside out, put him on the flushing beam, flush the old salt off, and then put the new salt on and roll him back up, put him back on the rack, get those beavers to do the same thing. Then I'll bring it back when I'm mixing up my brine for my pickle bath, and show you how that is, and then we'll do it in steps as I go till I get this finished tanned. But man, that's a big otter. Look at the size of the tail. I was so scared, and that's why I didn't film it. But like I said, I ended up doing a pretty good job. So stay with me. I'll be back when I start with the pickle bath. All right, everybody. This is the second day this otter's been in salt. As you can see, I flushed it off the first time, then I resalted it. So now I'm going to go back and I'm going to flush this salt off again. And then I'm going to put it in the pickle bath. And then I'll show you the steps and what you need to make that pickle bath. And we'll go from there. I still got those 2 beavers there. I'm going to concentrate more on this video on this otter, because this is mine. Those are not mine. So yeah, we're just gonna flush this salt off for the second time. It's very clean. I did nick it a couple times, but you won't see that. Tail turned out great. So get it on this flushing beam here, and flush all the salt off and get it in that pickle bath. I'll bring you back. All right, everybody. Sorry about that. I thought I was taping, and then I realized I had a card error. I got all the salt flushed off of this otter. So then I put him in the pickle bath here, and like I said, I thought I was recording, but it wasn't. So in this pickle bath, I got 6 gallons of water, 3 ounces of citric acid per gallon of water, 1 cup of salt, or 1 pound of salt per gallon of water, and then I have this bactericide. I get it from Matuska Taxidermy. That's 1 ounce per 5 gallons of water. I also have this degreaser relaxer, and that's 1 ounce for greasy skins, which those beavers are going to be in here, so they are greasy, even though they're already flushed and salted. That's why you put the salt on them and let them sit. This is the second day of salt, which I'm getting ready to flush off. It draws all that moisture and all that blood and everything and fat out of the skin and drains into here, and that'll just drain off. But that's why you salt them for the 2 days. You flush them, salt them, roll them up, flush the salt off. Second day, salt them again, let it sit overnight, flush that salt off, and then by then it's drawn all the moisture and blood and everything out of there. But this here, like I said, 1 fluid ounce of degreaser per gallon for greasy skins. You want your pH to be 1.5 to 2. I have these strips. Here. They're very sensitive strips. A lot of them are not in, like this goes from 0, 0.5, 1.0, 1.5, 2.0, 2.5, all the way up to 5. But you don't want something that's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, whatever. You want something that's very small like this. You can get them from a taxidermy supply. Dip that strip in there, put it on there. So we're running right at 1.5. Between 1 and 5 and 2, and like I said, I'll put this in here. It's going to stay in here for at least 3 days. You can stay, as long as you keep your pH below 2, you can leave that in there as long as you want. And you won't have slippage. But if your pH is above 2, or you don't use any of this stuff, you know, this is for the bacteria and everything, but you won't have any bacteria, you won't have any slippage as long as your your pH is under 2. Alright everybody, so these hides have been in the pickling bath for 4 days now. I had some bad luck trying to film this. As you've seen, I lost some footage because I had a card error. And then when I started refilming it, putting it into the pickle bath, then my battery went dead on the GoPro. So let's hope this goes a little bit better. So in this tub over here, I have 7 gallons of clean water, and I'm going to put 7 tablespoons of baking soda in here. We're going to take them out of this pickle bath that was at a 2 or under pH, and then this is going to neutralize the acid and bring that pH back up so that the tanning oils will stick better. So I'm putting that in there, going to let that soak. I'll give you a close-up of what it looks like here in this in the pickle bath. See, the water's kind of a little bit stained, not bad, but that drew all the blood and fat and everything out of there. So as you can see here, I have 2 different hoses. This one's with the tape on it, it's the black, or the hot water. The black tape is the hot water, this is the cold water. When you do this pickle bath, you want to use hot water and get that acid and salt dissolved, and then let that cool. Make your pickle like a day ahead of time, and then let it cool down. You don't ever want to put your hides in hot water. So you let that cool down, then that's when you put it in. A lot of top quality taxidermists or whatever, after 3 days in the pickle, they'll take them out. If they have a fleshing machine, they'll shave them down thinner. I don't have one of those, so you could take it out and use your fleshing knife if you want to thin it out even more around the lips or anything like that. But I got these shaved down pretty good, so for what I'm doing, they're going to be in good shape. So I put gloves on. A citric acid pickle is not really harmful to your skin. Some other tanning acids that people use are very, they'll burn you. So I'm going to wear gloves. Don't really need to, but I just do. I want to make sure that make sure that baking soda's dissolved really good in here. Just 1 tablespoon of baking soda per gallon of water, and that's all you need to neutralize it. Here's the otter. Try to squeeze as much of that pickle out of it as you can. And we'll put it into the baking soda to neutralize that. Got the 2 beavers in here. You only want to let it set in this neutralizer for about 20 minutes, 20-30 minutes. You don't want to go any longer than that, really. It won't hurt it, but you don't need it. Alright everybody, so it's been about 25 minutes, a half hour. Like I said, you want about 20 minutes. A little longer ain't going to hurt nothing. I've been stirring it and getting it, make sure everything's getting neutralized. So what I'm going to do now is just take them out of there. I'm going to hang them up and let them drip off for probably an hour or so. And then we'll get ready to start putting the tanning solution on. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in here in the clean, I'm going to rinse them off with the clean water and make sure I get all that off there. So stay tuned, I'll bring it back after I get them rinsed. There, everybody. I just took the otter hide down. It was hanging up over there dripping off, and it's been a little over an hour. I mean, I didn't want to get too dry. It's not too dry for sure. It could have stayed hanging for a little bit longer. Just want to show you what I'm doing. Beavers are still hanging there. They're getting ready to get the tanning solution too. I want to show you what I'm using. True Bond 1000B. Like I said, I get this from Matuska Taxidermy Supply. They're in Iowa. Great company. I get a lot of my stuff from them. I'm going to also put some links in the description of this video. There's some other channels that I want you to check out. Amy's Taxidermy has a great tanning tutorial, step by step. And that's where I got a lot of my information here. I mean, I was tanning before, but I watched that. It's a long video, but if you watch it, you'll get it done. Cedar Ridge Chronicles, he does taxidermy, does a great job. I watch a lot of his stuff. He tans his own, and he mounts them. Mounts a lot of deer heads. Very, very good channel. Go watch him and check him out. Carolina Bushwhacker and Taxidermy and Outdoors. Oh man, great channel. He does a lot of taxidermy. I mean, I'll put all these links in the description of this video, but man, they've sure helped me out a lot. And I used to use, which I know a lot of people have seen this, and it's not the quality of this Trubon that I use. I mean, there's other ones. There's Mackenzie. There's all kinds of other ones, but I did 3 coyotes and a fox with this. First animals that I tanned with this came out far superior than the orange bottle. So I got some here. I'm gonna put it on with a paintbrush. I heated this up just a little bit in the microwave. You don't want it hot, just a little bit. Just warm it up. And I'll put this all on this whole hide. And once I get the whole hide covered, I'll flip it over and get it soaking in there real good. And then I'll turn it inside out and roll it up. I'll bring it back for that. And I'll let it sit overnight and let this oil soak into that hide really, really good overnight. Alright everybody, I got that brushed on the entire outside of this hide. Got in there really good in the lips and the nose and everything. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it back fur side out. That way this stuff can sit overnight and really soak in. Try not to get any of that onto the fur. So there you go. And turn back out. I'm going to go ahead and put skin on skin. Tail here. I think what I'm going to actually do is fold that tail over, because it's such a big tail on these otters. I'm just going to fold it over. That way they can soak it up together. Put these back legs together. And I'm going to fold it like this. Like I said, everything's skin on skin, fur on fur. Fold it over. There we go. Now we're going to let that sit overnight and let that tanning oil soak in. Alright everybody, the otter is sat with the tanning solution on it overnight. So what I'm going to do is turn it back skin side out. And it's soaked up all that oil, hopefully. Oh yeah, that looks good. It's soaked up all that tanning solution. It's been, real close to 24 hours. Oh yeah, this looks really nice. It's soaked it up really, really good. So, got that laid out like this. I got the 2 beavers over here. I gotta get them they got the tanning solution on them too. I got to get them laid out, and I'll probably tack them out. This I'm going to hang up overnight, and as this starts to dry, you know, like I said, that tanning solution soaked into that skin really well. It'll start to dry, and then once it, every couple days or every day, I'll come down and I'll check it, and I'll pull on it, and when that starts to release those fibers and it starts to turn white, then we know we'll be at the breaking process, and we're almost done. So I'm gonna get this hung up and let it just hang in the air and dry overnight, and I'll either bring it back tomorrow. I'll show you an update on it, or you know, whenever I start breaking it, I'll bring you back for that, because it's getting close now. It's almost done. This is the fun part. We're at the finish line almost now, so this is going to turn out really nice. I can't wait to see it. All right, everybody, I had a little change of plans. I went ahead. I told you this was a big otter, and instead of just laying it out and letting it air dry for the tanning solution to dry and before I stretch it or break the hide, I decided this is a freaking coyote stretcher, and I thought I'll put that on that coyote stretcher so it doesn't shrink up. But I just measured this otter. You can see there's 39.5 inches to the base of the tail. This son of a bitch is huge. I got one over there that I bought, and I just went over there and measured that, and that one's 31 inches to the base of the tail. It's already tanned, it's done. But I mean, this is going to shrink up maybe a little bit, but holy cow. So I think that's going to work a lot better, letting it dry like that at tension. We're going to see. I don't know, I've never tanned an otter, but man, I like that. I like that. That fits right on that coyote stretcher, and it's going to hold it as those fibers dry and start to relax. Alright, everybody, I just want to show you what I got going on. I'm getting ready to start breaking these hides. There's one of the beaver hides. It's all stretched out, nailed out. There's the other one. Everything's drying really nice. Got the otter over here. It's drying real nice. I'm going to take that off that stretcher and put it across my wheel of death here and stretch that out for you. It's drying. It's just about done. The only thing that sucks is I put it in that old washing or drying machine, and there was some rust in there, and it caused it to get dark. I tried to clean that off, but I think when I break this, I started stretching it, it's turned white, so I think we're gonna be fine. I washed it off, but I'll set you up and I'll start stretching that otter. It's pretty much done. All right, the one thing I want to show you. I mean, it really doesn't need this wheel. I mean, you got these legs here, which they are short on an otter. But I mean, you start pulling that, and it just starts turning white, and it's super soft, super pliable. You know, you could stretch this on your own without using this. I mean, it's gonna get there. I will work it on here anyway. See how much softer that gets. I mean, it's just making it super, super soft. Like I said, I'm not a professional, but for me, this is gonna turn out just fine. So we'll get this broke down the rest of the way. I'll bring it back and I'll show you. I'll turn it back inside out. All right, everybody, there you go. I just got done breaking it on the wheel of death here. Man, it's nice and soft. I couldn't be happier. Is it as high quality like you would get from a tannery? No, but I don't have a shaving machine like they do. Am I happy with it? Yeah, I'm ecstatic. I mean, is it going to look good hanging down here in the Larson lair? Yeah. I mean, I couldn't be happier. So we're going to turn it back. I mean, this thing This is a huge freaking otter. I mean, just, I showed you the measurements on it. This is the second otter I ever caught, and I couldn't be happier. You know, I mean, if somebody says, yeah, it could have been tanned better, I don't care. I mean, I'm the one that caught it. I'm the one that skinned it. I'm the one that tanned it, and it's going to hang up down here forever. Is it preserved? Yes, it absolutely 100% is preserved. Just a beautiful otter, beautiful, beautiful otter, and I'm going to be very happy to have it. You're going to see it previous videos, or not previous, but later videos. It's going to be hanging down here. Man, I couldn't be happier. That is a beautiful, beautiful specimen. You know, and I may never catch another otter bigger than this. I mean, just a huge, huge otter. If you remember the video that I took when I caught him, his teeth were pretty much wore down to basically nothing, and I think he was an old guy. I mean, he was an old male otter, and yeah, their fur is, there's nothing that compares to how nice their fur is. Man, I love bringing you this video of me tanning this, and I can't wait for you guys to see more of it hanging out here in the lair. So if you like these kind of videos, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up. But and I'll get these beavers hooped up with willow hoops. But thank you for watching. Thank you for all your support. Until the next video, good luck with everything.